There are no federal regulations prohibiting people who want to keep tigers as pets. Pet ownership is a matter of state law, and some states do not regulate the keeping of tigers or other exotic animals. Today, 21 states allow private citizens to keep a tiger as a pet with as little a requirement as a license or a permit, and some do not even require that.
Yeah, that's correct. And with the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service, because there's no permitting requirement, there's no tracking system. So we really don't have a sense of how many of these backyard tigers there are out there. So people can buy these tigers on Craigslist or Facebook. And, you know, with no training at all, you basically can keep them like you would a domestic cat. The problem is after about 6 months old, they become a huge tiger. And then they basically become confined to a small cage, you know, living in somebody's backyard or in the basement or, you know, in a situation of an apartment building. And, you know, it basically outs the actual homeowner from whatever living quarters they're in.
Did you ever envision yourself as going to the pet store or the barn down the street or Craigslist and getting a tiger?
No, not at all. I mean, and to me, the whole concept is just completely inconceivable. It just, when I heard about this situation and how prevalent it is in the United States, I was just in shock. And I think it took me probably 3 or 4 days to really come to the realization that this is a real issue and something that's really happening.
Describe some of the backyard scenes that tigers are kept in.
Well, the ones that I've seen, which have been mainly from rescue centers where they actually have gone and rescued these backyard tigers, they basically live in deplorable conditions. They're basically in just flat concrete cells that are, you know, no bigger than the size of a parking space, and it's completely legal under the regulations as they are right now. And it's really sad because the tigers actually pace, which is something that they shouldn't naturally be doing. And they're not given any type of natural habitat. So they're basically out there, you know, in the wild, in a concrete, not out in the wild as they should be, pacing back and forth with basically nothing to do, and they're given probably not even enough meat that they were supposed to have.
Why did you get involved with trying to help put an end to the problems surrounding the life of tigers in the United States?
Well, I first got involved working for a nonprofit, which was one of my pro bono projects. And we were really looking at the Tony the Tiger situation down in Louisiana. And when doing research for that, I realized that, you know, Tony was just one of maybe 15,000 tigers living in the United States, and that really there was a serious problem with the laws and the regulations. And, you know, as an attorney, I felt like it was kind of my duty to step in and try to solve the problem in whatever capacity I could.
This excerpt is brought to you by the Massachusetts School of Law, the leader of reform in legal education and a leader in multimedia education for the public. To view the full interview and for a full listing of MSL's programs, log on to mslaw.edu.